I come in, sir? Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you, Mr. Sanjeev?
So I'm fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sanjeev, how do you describe yourself? Are you an introvert or extrovert?
Sir, ambivert.
Ambivert. Oh, very good. And what does that mean?
So it means like if we are comfortable with someone, then we are extrovert. If we are not comfortable with someone, then we are ambivert. So it's a middle path, sir.
Okay, if I want to ask you, what are the three major social problems that India needs to address right now? What would those be?
Would be the education system need a revamp because our education system is not providing the employability rate, which is almost 50%. Sir. Secondly, the social is the caste dynamics that need to be changed. We need a long-term solutions to change the mindset to the people because caste is in the subconsciousness of our society. Thirdly, sir, health system that also need a revamp, sir.
So, can you highlight one major effort that the current government is taking and which is addressing these problems, one each? Like what is being done for education revamp, what is being done for caste structure revival?
Yes, sir. So firstly, for the education systems, recently government has brought out the new education policy 2020 that has been implemented. And also government is trying to provide with respect to the employment, how can we increase through internships in education system itself, sir. Secondly, with respect to the caste dynamics, we are trying to reach through the NGOs. How can we aware people about their caste dynamics that they should not get entangled? For example, sir, in my state, Bihar, to break down the caste systems, government is providing rupees for do the intercaste marriages, approx 2.5 lakh rupees, those who are doing the intercaste marriages. So that is also helping to break down those systems. And so thirdly, with respect to the health systems, Ayushman Bharat is a good step, sir.
I see from your DAF that you are interested in sketching Marvel characters. So what are these Marvel characters? What society has to learn from them?
So Marvel characters are a group of superheroes, fictional superheroes, sir, that is based from the Marvel comics, which is a part of Marvel comics from USA. It includes Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and other characters, sir. And what society can learn from them, sir, with respect to the inspirations, how they are working in those characters, how they are working for the society. If something is coming towards Earth, like a devastation, a nuclear war, so they are using their powers to save Earth from any devastation, sir. And also it teaches us some foundational values like integrity, honesty, etc., sir.
Okay. Mr. Sanjeev, according to you, does India need electoral reforms?
Yes, sir. We have been doing electoral reforms from the past few decades, sir. And yeah, absolutely, sir, we need, sir.
What would those be?
So firstly, with respect to, sir, if a candidate is fighting from 2 seats and they are losing or winning 2 seats, they have to vacate 1 seat. So that the whole burden will be on the Election Commission of India, sir. So that should be restricted. This should be restricted to the 1 seats. This would be the one reform, sir. And with respect to the electoral bond schemes that was scrapped by the Supreme Court, so a new policy which would be transparent and that can hold accountability of the political parties, that should be, sir. And thirdly, sir, with respect to RTIs, and the political parties are not inside the RTIs, so that can be brought down, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Sanjeev, you are from East Champaran. What is the historical importance of Champaran?
So there are various historical importance. Firstly, the major one is Champaran Satyagraha, which started in 1917, as it was the first Satyagraha by Gandhiji. And secondly, sir, it was the birthplace of George Orwell, who was born in Motihari. These are the two major importance, sir.
What was there in the Champaran Satyagraha?
So it was against the Tinkathia system, as it was exploitations by the British indigo planters. They used to pressurize all those farmers to grow 3 katha out of 20 katha, that is 1 bigha, of the crops of indigo. And due to that indigo, the fertility rate of those agricultural lands were devastated, sir. So Rajkumar Shukla ji has invited Gandhi ji to look into the matters, and eventually Gandhi ji have find out a solution through a committee, and the policy was scrapped and indigo cultivation was stopped there on, sir.
Okay, very good. Looking at your DEF, I see that you have given IFS at number 5 position, that is below Indian Revenue Service. And you have taken political science and international relations. It means you know something about international relations. So why you have not opted IFS above these services?
So if given the opportunity to work in the IFS as a diplomat, sir, I would definitely embrace that opportunity, sir. But my desire is to work at the domestic level, and I love to engage with the people. So I want to work for the society at the domestic level, sir, firstly. And if the given opportunities, I would definitely work, sir.
But these are foreign relations are the most important thing which is happening in the world. Why? Because you have given it below revenue services. That is my basic question. I'm not satisfied with your answer. Why you have opted lower than the revenue services? After IAS, IPS, okay. But why below revenue services?
So one reason is that I want to work in the ground level, and that IFS will provide me opportunity to work at the diplomatic level, sir, at the international level. But if I get the opportunity, sir, as I said, I would definitely work as IFS also, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me that there is, looking at the international scene and at the coming of Trump 2.0, is there decline of US hegemony in the world? Or there is a revival of China as superpower?
Sir, I beg to differ, sir, on both the issues, because there is no decline of US hegemony as of now, and China is not rising to become a hegemon in a unipolar world, because our world is currently going through a multipolar world, political system, sir. And as USA is focusing on its nationalist policies, like they are trying to promote its national interests. So eventually they are trying to build their hegemony in a longer way, because they have the advantage earlier also, sir. And with respect to China, sir, their economy is in the decline, and there was a report that China cannot surpass USA till 2060, and because USA is also growing, so it's a very different scenario, sir.
Okay. President Trump is constantly talking about America First policy. Since he has taken over, he has taken many decisions in pursuance of this goal. Can you tell me some decisions he has taken in this regard? He has issued some executive orders. Can you name a few?
Yes, sir. In the first day itself, he has issued more than 200 executive orders, sir. Few was them, like he withdrew from the 2 major organizations and agreements. Firstly, the WHO. Secondly, sir, Paris deal. Thirdly, he also issued a policy with respect to birthright citizenship that was scrapped by the Supreme Court of USA later on. These are the majors, sir. With respect to deportations, he was using the military flights to send back the Indians and other Latin American citizens, sir.
Do you think that this decision relating to immigrants or to trade tariffs can affect India-US relations?
So with respect to deportations of immigrants into India, it is definitely not our issue, sir. We have supported the illegal immigrants should be sent back to their origin country. And whatever USA is doing, they have been already doing. But that was not coming into the public media, sir. As our Honorable Foreign Minister also mentioned that 15,000 immigrants have been deported since 2009. But that was not coming to the media. But why it is coming to the media? Because he is using the military planes, sir. That's why it's more vocal now. We should not have any issue. We should have the issue with the H-1B visa and the legal immigration, sir. So that would be the main concern of India, sir. With respect to trade, sir, and tariffs, we think we will have a deal with the USA when our Prime Minister is going to USA on 12th and 13th February. So that would be better for India, sir.
What are the issues which will be discussed during our Prime Minister's visit to US? Are you aware of it?
So one major will be the trade, because we will try to find some midway and middle path. How can we reduce the tariffs? How can we give some concessions that can work as a bargaining chip for India, sir? So that would be one, sir. With respect to illegal immigrants, we will also have raised the flag that we don't want any mistreatment to our citizens. So that would be the two main concerns, sir.
Okay, you have mentioned the cricket, one of your hobbies. Can you name some ICC tournaments which are being held in the world? What are the ICC tournaments?
Yes, sir. You mean a World Cup, T20 World Cup? Recently, India also won T20 Under-19 World Cup, sir. With respect to Men's World Cup, Champion Trophy, ICC Test Championship, a World Cup of 50 overs, and T20 World Cup, sir.
When is the next Champions Trophy going to be held?
Sir, from this month in Pakistan and Dubai, sir.
What is peculiar about it?
So India is not traveling. So that is the one thing, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes, sir. Yes, Sanjeev. Clear. So you are from Bihar, right? This time recently, the budget which has been given by our finance minister has made many provisions for Bihar. We have many announcements like Makhana board and so on. Do you think that these measures which has been announced in the budget are going to help Bihar in the development process? And if central government is so keen, why not special status for Bihar?
So coming to the first question, what will be the impact of the announcements which have been given by our honorable finance minister, sir? The major was the Makhana board, as you mentioned, sir. It will provide the backward and forward linkages for the Makhanas, because Bihar has been the major producers, about 90% of Makhanas. But Bihar is not the major exporter. Punjab is the major exporter, sir. Bihar is not even exporting a single Makhana. So that would be the one concern with respect to Makhana board, sir. Greenfield airports have been announced, sir. That will ensure the connectivity and cargo transportations also. Thirdly, sir, it has been announced that IIT Patna will be expanded. That will also ensure more students will get education in the better educational institutes, sir. And last year also in the budgets, they have also announced several schemes like how can we control the floods, sir. This year also, Western Kosi Canal has been announced. So this will ensure the recurring flood in the Bihar will be reduced, sir. And with respect to the second question, sir, how can we manage? Sorry, sir, I forget the second part.
If such measures are being announced in the budget, then why not the demand of a special status to Bihar, which has been being demanded by many leaders?
So coming to the special status, it has been demanded by Bihar, sir. But our central government has cleared it that after the Finance Commission recommendations, it should not be given and it cannot be given legally. Also, sir, with respect to the criteria, there are 4-5 unofficial criteria. Bihar does not fulfill all, sir, because one of the criteria is the hilly terrain, that is not there. One other criteria is the low population density, that is also not there in the Bihar, because Bihar is the highest population density in India, sir. So it does not fulfill all the criteria. That's why, sir.
In recent times, there are many leaders in Bihar who has been demanding caste census. Okay. Do you think that such census will serve a long-term purpose for social development, or it will open Pandora's box in Indian society and politics?
So it was conducted in last year. It was a survey. So Bihar government has also released the data that which caste amounts how many percentage are, and government has also ensured the privacy will be maintained. It will be not released like the personal data of the people. And Bihar government has also tried to provide the proportional representation, sir. With respect to the another part of the question, sir, how it will impact. So it is a better solution for the data collections, because we had last caste census in 1931, sir. That is a way back. So if we get the better data from all the castes, we will try to give them better welfare schemes as per their proportions, sir.
Okay, according to your DAF, you are interested in reading rom-coms novels. Tell me some such works which were written by Kalidas in ancient times.
So there are 7 works that have survived by Kalidas. First is Malvika Agnimitra, Avigyan Sakuntalam, and I also read recently, sir, one that I am forgetting, sir, which is the story of Purva and Urvasi, that is Vikram Urvasyam, and also epic poems written by him like Meghdutam and others, sir.
what are two most distinctive features of the rom-coms written by Kalidas?
So one aspect he mentioned about the mythology, as in the Vikram Urvasi also, sir, he talks about Apsara, that is Urvasi. She comes from a celestial world, and the king, which is very brave and courageous, and he tries to find out the emotional aspects also, sir. In the end of the story, both get a happy ending when they met each other. So that also trying to build a relationship between the society. How can we tackle the issues with respect to our misunderstandings and the conflicts and come together, sir? So these were the main aspects, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sanjeev, your name is Sanjeev. Do you know Sanjeev Kumar?
Yes, sir.
Who is he?
So he was a legendary actor. He has worked in more than 160 films, and during 1960s to 1985, sir.
Okay, have you seen any movie of him?
Yes, sir. I have seen 2 to 3 movies, sir. One is the Sole, the role of Thakur. That is very famous, sir. Secondly, sir, I recently watched Angur.
Angur.
Yes, sir. The double role played by the Sanjeev Kumar Sahab, sir.
And who was the co-actor in that movie?
So Mausmi Chatterjee.
She was co-actor.
So his character name was, I remember, but I don't remember his exact name, sir, original name, sir.
That's okay. You, while giving answer to Honorable Chairperson, sir, you said you want to, improve the education system of India. Your thing will be that. So tell me, what is new education policy?
So several changes were brought down in the new education policy. First, with respect to the lower education system, that has been changed to 5+3+3+4, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, with respect to the graduation also, it was changed from 3 years to 4 years, sir. With respect to the foreign universities, that was not allowed earlier. It will be allowed now. So, and also bagless days will be allowed. Focus on the extracurricular activities. Focus on the coding, sir. That will increase the employability rate in India. So these were the major changes, sir.
Okay. Do you know blockchain technology? What is that?
So blockchain technology is a ledger-backed technology that ensures to provide a data security, and everyone can have access of those technology. It's like an open source, and cryptocurrency is one of the part of blockchain technology, and even that is being used for the CBDC, that is a central government backed like online currency, sir.
And in blockchain technology or cryptocurrency, there is a term data mining. Do you know what is data mining and why it is being used in that particular area?
So data mining is used to create new coins or the bitcoins or whatever is the requirements, and major concerns with respect to it is the use of energy. That is, they are using a various amount of energy, sir. So
are you you clear about that? Like in data mining, how energy concept came? So how energy appear into that area context?
So they are using a lot of energy to mine the data, sir. So that's why it came, sir.
And what is mining that? What they are mining?
Sorry, sir, I have to read about
it. You have to read about that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me something about Motihari.
So Motihari is the headquarters of the East Champaran, and that is the major location in the foothills of Himalayas, and it is also a tourist destination famous for the birthplace of George Orwell.
George Orwell. Do you know something about George Orwell, sir?
So he was born in Motihari and just lived for 1 year there, and then he went to England, and later on he joined the Indian Imperial Police and worked in Myanmar, sir. And thereafter he resigned there and worked as a reporter and became an author. He has written two and many other books, sir. One of the book is 1984, a fictional book, and other is The Animal Farm.
Animal Farm. Have you studied these books?
So I have read about these books, but I have not completed.
Sure, you are not sure. Like, what is the thing about 1984? What on subject is that?
So it is based on a despotic society. How the world will be in 1984, because he has written that book in 49, sir. After 30 years, how the world will become. So he has talked about how our society will be ruled by autocratic rulers and how everything will be controlled from data, from our thinking. And he has given various terms like Big Brother, that someone is watching you from above. And also these concepts came later on that it's okay through the data and through the internet technology, we are being watched through surveillance systems. So these are the main concepts.
Okay, my last question to you. What are Trump is suggesting for Israel and Gaza? Recently, he has declared something related with this. What are those things he has declared?
So his main plan is, as a capitalist and also as a businessman, to make a Riberia, that is a riverfront property along the Gaza Strip, so that it can be used as commercial hubs. And later on, he clarified that it would be settled by the Palestinian itself and not owned by the USA, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sanjeev, you have been a school topper and received many various awards in terms of academic excellence. So tell me, what study techniques or habit do you think that contributed to your success?
So one is the strategy, that we have to focus on what to read and what to leave, because there is a rule, 80-20 rule. We have to read what is most important and not read everything, sir. First one, sir. Second one, focus on the syllabus and also focus on the previous year question papers, sir, because from there we can know what is being asked and what are the examiners' demands, sir. Two major things, sir. And third is the practice, sir. If we are reading and we are not practicing, then it's not used. So we have to practice a lot, sir.
Then how would you apply these learning strategies in public administration and governance?
So in public administrations, there are several issues that come in front. Like if something happens, then we have to analyze those things, like why it is happening, how it is happening, what are the implications. At first, at the understanding stage, sir. And secondly, also at the action stage, we have to apply those principles in real life. So those strategies will work. Reading about the past bureaucrats and past experts works as a guidance, sir, that will help.
Okay. Tell me, you do sketching, okay? So what are the basic rules, or when you like, if you are going to draw my face, then the first thing you will draw on the paper?
The first would be the outline, sir. I have to measure the symmetry and asymmetry of the face and try to make a rough walk of that. And then drawing the lines will help me to measure it and sketch it in a better manner, sir.
Can you point out specific pencils for specific things?
So there are three types of pencils: H, P, and HB. So H refers to the hard, B refers to the brown because it's done for the shadowing, sir. And HB is the middle path of both because it have both the qualities, sir.
So which pencil is better for like shading hairs?
So B, sir.
B. Okay. Like you generally sketch Marvel heroes. So which superhero do you admire the most?
So I admire 2-3, sir. First is Spider-Man, also because of its principle that with great power comes great responsibility. And secondly, so Captain America, because he is very honest and have the integrity in himself, and he does whatever right for the society, not thinking about himself.
If you have to choose in these, so which one is the most admirable for you?
So Captain America.
Captain America. Okay, so compare any Indian leader and with your superhero from Marvel characters, that is Captain America.
So we have to choose from India also only.
Yes, Indian leaders.
So can you think for a moment?
Yes.
So I think one, Lal Bahadur Shastri sir would be the Captain America, because he was very calm and composed, he was very honest and have the value of integrity, sir.
Bihar is your first choice as a cadre. If you got Bihar, then what specific issues would you like to address?
So three major things that comes into my mind, sir. First, with respect to education sector, because Bihar has the lowest literacy rate of just 61% as per 2011 census, sir. And secondly, with respect to tourism potential, sir, Bihar has the tourism potential, but it has not been utilizing it in the full capacity, sir. So that can be done. And thirdly, with respect to employability, because Bihar is facing the out migration and stress migration, sir, that can be stopped with the creation of small scale industries and MSMEs, sir.
Okay. My last question to you is, you have your optional as PSIR. So, can you briefly tell me the course of Indian foreign policy from independence to right now?
So it is in various phases, sir. Firstly, from the idealism of our honorable former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, sir, from 1950 to 1971 till the Bangladesh war. Then our honorable Prime Minister Indira Gandhi came. She has changed into the realism from 1970s to almost 1990s. Then we enter into the liberalization era, sir. We focused on the pragmatic realism thereon. Until since 2014, sir, we are becoming more Arthashastrik foreign policy based on the Cotilian policy, sir.
Okay. And right now, the Modi era?
Yes, sir. Since 2014, it's based on the Cotilian realism, sir.
Cotilian realism. So, okay, in the theory of realism, there are two things: offensive realism and defensive realism. So, which one is India approaching right now?
So, depending on the situations, we are using both. In some sections, we are using offensive. We are trying to be proactive, and in some defensive, if something is happening, we are trying to balance it out, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Sanjeev.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sanjeev.
Thank you, sir.
We'll call you.
May I come in, sir?
How are you, Sanjeev? How was your interview? What do you feel?
Cool, sir. Great.
Is this going to be your first interview at the UPSC?
Yes, sir.
That's nice. This is your what attempt?
Second, sir.
Second attempt.
Second means first interview.
Very nice. So we found your interaction with us was very nice. It was fruitful. It gave us a perspective in your personality. You were not hesitant in terms of answering. You were thorough in whatever areas that you mentioned, be it area of education that you mentioned, or George Orwell to things like that. संजीव कुमार वाला क्वेश्चन जो सर ने पूछा था वो आपका याद हुआ था ना, मतलब रटा हुआ था ऐसा लगा, मतलब you didn't take a moment to answer.
So last they were asked it.
है ना? There are kind of three questions, three types of questions that are asked in interview. एक होता है कि मुझे तो पता ही नहीं कुछ क्या पूछ रहे. सेकंड होता है कि हाँ मुझे कुछ पता है थोड़ा सा ना, तो I will try to take a mileage out of it. थर्ड होता है मिल गया बस थर्ड वाला था, है ना? So
I have recently watched his movie, sir.
Then that's okay, that's good. There's nothing wrong in it, but take a pause. I mean, that should not be so obvious. So you were more excited in terms of at the time of answering. So nonetheless, that brings us to another thing of Marvel characters. You answered very well that what society has to learn from them. What I feel that you could add to it is that they have not given up in the time of struggle. That's what the society can learn from them. That's what all of us can learn from them. So that is a good thing, because all of us, be it any level, any position, any city or village, we all face struggle. So that is where we can learn from them that we should not give up. That is one point that you can. Electoral reforms, I was expecting more from you. You just shot the answer and just kept quiet. I was hoping that you will give some more perspective. One nation, one election आ रहा है, तो वो सब मुझे अपेक्षित था उसमें. You could have connected that to the current affairs also, है ना? तो ये थोड़ा सा आप करें. अपने आंसर्स को try to answer with respect to the current affairs thing, what is happening, or what the discussion that had happened. मान लीजिए सर ने कुछ पूछा और आपने पहले कुछ जवाब दिया. Try to connect that also. That is a good sign, है ना? So that tells us that you are alert in whatever you are saying. That also keeps you consistent in your answering. That is more important. Okay, otherwise very nice. You answered very well. Be it legal issues of USA का हो गया, then Bihar special status, you answered very well. So I think you should keep it up. कब है आपका interview?
3rd April, sir.
3rd April. So 1 महीना है, 3 weeks. You would do well, I'm sure. है ना Sanjeev? Thank you so much. Anything that you want to ask?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
All the best.
Okay, sir.